Welcome! It's me, Dr. Kopcha. I am here to introduce to you a broad overview of the upcoming course this semester, 6900, Research Methods in Instructional Technology. We're not actually going to be looking at methods alone. We're also going to look at what the literature has to say about all kinds of topics in our field. But I wanted to give you a broad overview of what you'll be doing because I think having that overview ahead of time will really help you refine the work that you're doing and understand the individual projects and assignments that are part of the class. So let's start with simple. What is research? For me, research is about curiosity. It's a way of systematically taking a curiosity and finding a way to ask a question about it and answer that question. And I want to start with an emphasis on curiosity because in our field, I'm sure you can think of 10 different things that you're curious about when it comes to technology in the classroom. Take a minute right now and think of one thing that you're curious about. I've got some ideas here. Computerized learning systems might be something you're curious about. Games in learning, games in the classroom, mobile devices. All of these things are present in our classroom, and they're there for us to ask questions about. This course is about you proposing research to ask and answer a question. Now, as you're going through the course topics and materials, I want you to have this in mind, and it's what's coming. It's the overview of how this course is laid out. You start with your curiosity, this broad topic. Find something that you would be interested in learning more about and doing research about over the course of this semester. And from there, you really have to start with at least an initial research question. It's going to change, I promise you. But start with something. Have some kind of question in mind, and they can be simple. Are video games distracting to students? You might want to know, on the flip side, is there something about video games that promotes STEM thinking or STEM attitudes? Do programs like Accelerated Reader improve reading skills? Can I use a mobile learning device to help improve math scores at my school? Right? All of these take that broad topic or curiosity and refine it a little bit. That refinement is important. The next step in the process is to start reading literature about your topic and your question. Now here's where it gets tricky, and I want you to bear with me this semester. It's uncomfortable and sometimes frustrating. What will happen is when you read the literature, you're going to find that it may not help with your question. There's a back and forth dynamic that happens at this point. As you read, you're going to start summarizing and realize maybe my research question, the way I'm framing it, isn't working. I might need to revise that research question to become better aligned with what I've been reading about. Then you read a little bit more and refine a little bit more. And so there's a back and forth happening between the question, the specific question you're asking, and the literature that you're reading. One informs the other. If you're lucky, your question will just be out there and you don't have to do much refining. But in my experience, in teaching this class and in doing research myself, there's more of a back and forth between it. What I'm really looking to do is learn how other people are studying this topic. What are they looking at? What methods are they using? What are they finding? And as I find the answers to those questions, I can calibrate my research question with a lot more specificity until I feel like I've arrived at one that not only suits me and my curiosity, but fits within the literature and what other people have already done. And that's why it can be a little frustrating, because you're not just picking a question, you're fitting that question into what other people have already done, and it really varies by topic. Once you feel like you have a decent handle on that, you're ready to propose a study. We will fill in with specific ideas about methods so that you can not only propose a study conceptually, but talk about procedures of data collection and analyzing that data to help answer your research question. But as you look down this funnel that I've created, that is how the course is scaffolded. We start broad, we narrow, we read, narrow some more, and finally we're ready to propose a study. I promise it all comes together at the end, and I think having this overview will help you hang on if it starts to get rough as you're reading literature and it may not be matching what your thinking is about your research question or your topic. So for now, start thinking about, what are you curious about? What would you have a question about when it comes to technology in your classroom? And it may not even be a technology. It might be a practice that is enhanced by technology, augmented reality, and its effect on the way learners interact with the environment, things like that. What you'll find is that if you focus on the learning that's happening, you'll be able to find a lot more literature than a specific technology, but the two go together. So don't be surprised if there's not a lot of literature about virtual reality. There is a lot of literature about situated learning, and you can fit virtual reality tools into the idea of situated learning. I'm here to help you figure out the academic jargon that will help you situate your idea in your thinking. Okay? I promise it's going to be fun. I promise you're going to learn a lot. I promise you're going to be a better writer by the time it's all done. Go ahead and have a look at the course schedule and the syllabus now that we've had this overview, and I think it'll start to make sense what the individual activities we're doing are and how they build up to that final project that you will complete for the class. Okay? All right. I'll see you when I see you. And in the meantime, have a great week.